Hi everybody, Sherilyn Rose here. Let's see if we can build up some depth, like a few layers of perspective with some die cuts. First off, just a spot of housekeeping. We've got a new mail call form. The one from last month has been mailed out. The form's been cleared. It's in the description down below. Secondly, would everybody please put a like or a comment, maybe share? YouTube has been pretty brutal to us small content creators lately, and we have been kicked out of the algorithm. It's very hard for people to see our stuff. This card was for a Scrap and Stamp Summer Hop over on Instagram. They've got a sale going. It's up on the website. I've put my affiliate link down below if you want to use that. I was using mostly the Crafty Connect products. I knew that I wanted to do a lavender field with a kitty playing in it because the theme was summer fun, right? And I thought, well, cats go out hunting and, he's searching for stuff in the field, and I wanted to do another sunset. I started out with 2 panels, and I'm using them with lighter purples and then the mid and the darker purples. So I've just ink smooshed those. Then I'm spritzing it. I'm going to put some Lindy's Magical Powders over it. That's got the best name. Polite People Purple. It's great. It's from the Canadian collection. And then I also put some mica sprays over top of it. I'm spritzing it with water. Then I'm also bringing in some oxide sprays with the lighter one on one side and the darker one on the other. And these are soaked, especially because of the Lindy's. So I transferred them into my splat box on top of napkin, and I put it over near the fan that's in the hallway so that the fan would be blowing on it. And I started working on the rest of the card just to let them have time to naturally dry. Lindy's work best if you do just let them do their thing themselves. If you start mussing with them, you don't get the same really cool effects. Then I brought out my old Inka-Dinka-Doo. I just love that name. The masking paper. I ran it through my Big Shot with the lavender sprigs die cuts, so that I could create some background lavender in the field. I wanted this layer to be very diffuse, as if the sunlight from the sunset was shining through it. So I laid down like light blendings of a lighter yellow over towards the right-hand side because that's where the sun is, and towards the left-hand side, I brought in a few more of the orange tones and the deeper yellows over top of that stencil. Then I peeled them off. And now I'm going to use the reverse and put it back in place because I'm going to bring the purple tones in from the bottom, but I'm using the really light purples because, again, they're quite far away in the distance and they are going to be much more faded out, much lighter in color. So we'll peel this up now. And I also had a little piece of the nonstick tape on there too to make certain I didn't put any purple streaks up in the yellow, which, hey, I want to do stuff like that. So what I've got to do now, I'm using kind of the brush angled a little bit, and I'm bringing like little blocks, little brush lines of purple down because I know that lower part, that when I put the die cuts over top of it, the purple's still going to show through. Then because the stencil wasn't completely perfect, I brought yellow in around the outside edges of it to put a glow on those lavenders in the back. And over towards that orange side, we have a little bit of rougey pink so that, again, it gives more of that glow with the sunset. Then I'm giving it a spritz with the golden hour with the solar spray. So this is where you get that kind of atmospheric, how the light just looks yellow gold during the sunsets, and then a little spritz of the orange one overheated on the left-hand side. Okay, these die cuts, I've got them out again because those 2 panels that we soaked like crazy, they are dry. I'm running them through. I've got a darker set that are going to come to the front. I've got the middle toned purples that are going in the middle portion of the foreground. And then, of course, we've got that stenciled portion with the really light purples in the back. You can see that I brought all of the purple ink blending down to the bottom because this is, like where I really realized, it's still really going to show through there. And I gave it a little bit of water distressing just in case something did show through, and it gave it a bit more interest in the background. Now, for the kitty that's sitting in there, that is from the Crafty Canuck. That is Tall Cats. I love using these ones at Halloween. You guys might have seen those cards. So I did them in white, I did them in orange, and I did his eyes in yellow. I put a little piece of tape on the back of his head so that I could piecemeal these eyes in there and then put the little black dots in for the center for his irises. And I also used glue so that it wouldn't come up off of that satin tape. This is where I've got the orange one that I die cut out. And I wanted him to be a marmalade kitty, but not a full marmalade. He's got like the blotchy oranges, so he's like not really stupid dumb. we do love marmies, but come on, they're not the brightest bulb in the pack. Anyways, we love them. So I've got putting his little orange patches down. He's got one on his back too. And I'm going along the edges of the white with an alcohol marker in orange tones so that it would be like, whoa, what happened there? All of a sudden he's got a white line in his back, right? And then I brought in that alcohol marker again, and I'm putting in his tabby stripes. And so I'm just like zigzagging them back and forth so that he's a tiger striped marmalade on his splotches, the parts that he's got that are colored orange. All right, let's check the kitty. Okay, let's glue him down. Now, what I've also done in the meantime is I took, as I said, some of those lighter colored die cuts with the lavender springs. I've already got them down. So those are the mid-ground ones, right? And Kitty, he's going to go over top of them because, of course, he's hiding in the lavender. You know how they love to do that. Like, just let me go in and sneak myself in the bushes or somewhere else, and then I can just watch everything and do my pouncing when I need to. And once he's down, I'm bringing in the darker lavenders and piecing them all across the front. Now, I also, at this point, ran this through with the Prism Studios so that it had a stitch rectangle edge all the way around. And it also flattened all of those lavenders. It gives a really neat effect across the die cuts. So it merges them, but at the same time, you can still see that there's the lighter stencil ones in the back, and then the mid-tone ones in the middle, and then the darkest ones are on the front. I also cut out the Dragonfly Magic. He was out of some of the leftover purple, and he has gold shimmery vellum wings. And I was trying out the two die cuts there. One was from Everyday Sentiments, and the other one was Best Wishes. Best Wishes, it would have been great if I wanted to keep it like going all across the panel like that, but I thought, well, I want to split it with top and bottom. So Hello There fits nicely up in that top left third corner. So he's going down, and that was black gloss cardstock over top of, again, some of the leftover purple. That was the shadow layer. The dragonfly is going down, and you can see how both of them kind of are looking up. So we've got a balance. We've got a mirror effect happening that the dragonfly is going towards the Hello There, and the kitty cat, he's looking at Hello There. All right, so I've got that over to the side. Doing the inside of the card, we have the Thinking of You from Penny Black. I'm starting out with the yellow tones. Lay down the first wash of color. Second one, I'm bringing a little bit of a mid-orange in on the bottom half. Of course, I brushed it off so that it would blend really well. And then we're bringing in the bottom, which is not a dark orange and not a mid-orange, just a wee bit darker. And that is going down at the bottom. So that's bringing the sunset tones from the front into the middle of the card. Custom stamps going on the back. And then we had a few leftover sprigs. So there's our detail for the inside. We'll tuck them down in that corner. It still gives you lots of room to write your note in through the side. And the reason why I'm angling them like that is so that it creates a natural line of sight in through the card and balances that corner out the way that you would see like a scroll down in the bottom. Okay, Kitty, of course he needs nice, like, glossy eyeballs, and so we brought in the Limoncello Nouveau, and then for the wings on the dragonfly, we're going to put some stickles down, and then I just used my fingers slightly to smear it out towards the outside of his wings, and then shana bling bling, of course, and it's kind of like little floaty fireflies that are in the sky, so that was the Peach Opalescence from Spellbinders. And this was the part where I was like, okay, I need to get that bottom sub-sentiment now. So this is Spellbinder, Sending Sunshine. And I wanted to bring the black in again because I've only got that one instance of black there. So I stamped it just in like, I think it was Nocturne Fine Black. Just used my guillotine trimmer to, cut it. And I put an angle on the one side so that it would point you back to the kitty cat when I'm laying it down here right next to him. Oh, and I put foam tape on there too. So it's my older foam tape. It was the only stuff I had that was that narrow. That's why I'm using glue on either side of it, because I don't trust that it's going to stick, right? It's not like the Altenew stuff. Okay, so we've got this so that, again, you see the triangle that's happening there? So it's like kitty through to the sub-sentiment to the dragonfly and then to hello there. So that's the finished card. Oh, and I also put some glossy accents and some purple sparkle over top of just a couple of the lavender sprigs. Sorry. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Everybody go be that change you want to see in the world. I'm going to send this out to somebody. I haven't decided who yet. It's just a fun card to say, hey, I'm thinking of you. All right. We'll catch you all later. Bye-bye, everybody.